Okay, so I'm here to show you how to make a Haddock high-low rig board. So just take a normal piece of flat stock, punch in a couple nails, but how I do my spacing is 3.5 inches in between the lower nails and then 4 inches up to the top nail. Same thing over here, 3.5 to 4. The distance between each rig, I usually run about 10 to 12 inches, but you can obviously mess with that depending on what you want. So I do have these little clamps you can get from Amazon. I use Berkeley Trilene 50 pound. Makes it easier to get through the eye of the hook. The actual hooks that I'm using are the Gamakatsu bait holder 5.0s. They seem to work really well for haddock, cod, all the different ground species. I buy these 3.5 inch, they call them squid bulbs or squid hoochies. You can get them in different colors. I like pink. These actually, the eyes glow, but you can get them in all white and the whole thing glows. But there's a variety of colors. You can switch it up, but these little teasers work pretty well. I like them. So to actually make the rig, you start over here, disconnect your little clamp here, and make your bottom loop for your weight. So I go double overhanded surgeon loop. Get tight, cut the tag. Discard the tag. Alright, so I go around that, those 3 nails, go around these 3 nails, and then I stop about halfway up the dropper loop for your weight and clamp it. And then I pull the tension out of it, or pull some tension onto it, and then put this clamp on this pin. Okay, so then it's a little, a little tight, just enough to keep a little tension on it. Then you go around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That was 4, but 4 or 3 is fine. And then you just pull it tight. Normally you would wet this. We're having a little technical difficulties with our camera refocusing, so we're going to just avoid doing that. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3. And what I do is I take it off of this pin and I put it onto that pin, and that's when I take this clamp off. Grab that and bring it tight. So then you got these, you got your squids and your hooks. Put your hooks through your squids. When you buy them, they're usually sealed off on the top, so I just cut the tips off. You pinch. And you push it through, and then push the whole rig through, like so. And then you go to the top drop. Like so. Even at 50 pounds, a little tricky, but usually goes in relatively easy if you give it a good pinch. Alright. So then for the top, I usually bring about anywhere from 12 to 18 inches, somewhere in there. And I cut. And then I use a 220 pound swivel. These are the stainless steel swivels. They're called mini something. I can't remember the name of them, but mini swivels. You can get them on Amazon. Everything pretty much here is on Amazon. So, I twist 5 times, bring it through the top loop, bring it up through, and slide it forward. And again, you would wet this to get it nice and tight. Cut your tag in. Alright, so there's your rig. Alright, and what I do to store it, I'll wrap it from the swivel side. So Just wrap it up. So you got a nice little bundle of high-low rig. Grab your Ziploc. Put it inside. And I just do this because it makes it easier. It's not a big tangled mess. And it keeps the hooks from rusting out if these stay on your boat. So it's just a good idea. So, you know, from season to season, you don't have to worry about them. They stay nice and fresh. That's it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm just going to do it with the pink so you can get a better visual of what's going on. But again, you bring the line out, give yourself a little bit of room, do a double overhanded surgeon loop. Okay, then you would cut your tag, go around this. Around this, and then about halfway there, I use my clamp. That holds that. And I kind of give it a little snug. I clamp it there. So now I have it a little bit tight, just to keep a little tension on it. I go 3 wraps. And then pull this off the top pin, pull it through that hole, take it off of this peg, put it onto that one. And there's one dropper loop. Then I would put it onto this peg, like so. And then 3 wraps. Should be good. Again, pull this one through, take it off of that one. This is where you can take off this clamp. Put it on there. Take it off of this peg. Alright. That's it. So you get your bottom, you trim that off, get your first dropper and your second dropper, and then you would cut it. And you would put your swivel up top, and then you would have your double dropper loop. That's it.